Hi, I'm David Daniels. Welcome to the Shaman Speaks podcast, where I share the life lessons I'm learning in order to help others move forward in their own lives. Enjoy.
Welcome to week 21 of my journey to becoming a better counsellor. My voice is truly warmed up. I've just come off a catch up with two gentlemen who I confide with, do life with, do man in the mirror with as well. The men's group that I am a part of. Perhaps I'll share something about what we discuss next week. I've been on the phone just an hour, so the voice is truly warmed up. So hopefully you can enjoy the rich, warm, bassy tones. So I'm getting to voiceover mode. Let me pivot back to what's been going on last week. The week started off listening to one of my go-to podcasts, the High Performance Podcast. I was surprised when I saw who was going to be the guest. Is actually the leader of the opposition party in politics, the Labour Party, Sir Keir Starmer. I was surprised to see when he was on there, and I was intrigued to see what he had to share. He went quite deep into his background, some of the challenges he had. But one of the takeaways that I took from it is he highlighted the importance of taking out time for yourself. He says on a Friday evening, I think about 6 o'clock, he stops working, spends time with his family. And the other thing he does, he plays football on a regular basis. And if anyone could say they had a reason not to take time out for themselves, as a leader of the opposition political party here in the UK, potentially could be our next Prime Minister. I mean, where do you ever stop when it's running the country, a country that has a global impact? You could argue that it doesn't stop, but he intentionally takes time out to spend time doing the things he loves and spending time with the people that he loves. Really, I mean, if he can do it, then definitely all of us can do it as well. So really, that was the main point. If you get a chance to have a listen to it, it's quite insightful, actually, hearing about his life and the reason and the motivation for why he's in politics. On the same day I was preparing for the middle of the week, that's when I had my time off from my regular job, and that's really the main time I have to spend on counselling activities, drawing up the to-do list, and there was too much to do on my to-do list, a bit of a tongue twister there. So I'm balancing getting the business set up, working on my soft skills, and obviously the reason I'm doing it is to see clients. A lot of these things, especially the business setup, is just a one-off thing. But if it all feels like it's happening at once, and then to add to that, my dear wife asked me if I could take one Wednesday off to spend time with the family. And I use a word that I don't often use, I don't like to use. Actually, my children might disagree, actually. Let me backtrack that. I said no. I said no. And the reason I said no is that I need to take the Wednesdays off. I need to focus on the counselling. That's one of the main reasons why I took it off. It wasn't actually at the beginning. It was actually. Forgive me, I have this little debate with myself. It's one of the main reasons I took it off, is to focus on the counselling business, building that up. That in time I can have more flexibility of my time in order to do things like that. In one sense, I didn't like saying no, but in a second sense, I felt I had to. But I need to protect this time. The danger for me is I get distracted and start doing X amount of other good things, and then it just dilutes the time that I have to do for the main thing. So this is what I'm focused on at the moment. So it comes to the middle of the week, the main day for me, and it starts off with me getting some headshots done. And Joshua, if you're listening, thank you for what you did, and I'm happy with the result. Thank you for being patient with me. Many grimacing and what have you. And it just took me back to the time in my childhood that, not really one of my fondest memories, and that is actually taking photos. I detested having my photo taken. I would do everything to avoid having my photo taken for family occasions. It was around my lack of confidence in the way that I looked, linked to my shyness, something you wouldn't see me in a lot of photos. as a as growing up, being part of the family, just something I didn't like. I've come a long way in that regard. But yeah, just having those photos taken just took me back. So I'm thinking of using one of the more awkward photos taken last week as the episode cover, just to highlight to myself that I am comfortable being uncomfortable. But yes, it just really took me back to those moments in my life, my younger life. I am now got a profile on the ACCPH, the body that I'm part of as an accredited counsellor. So, and I added a link to my own website as well. I will create a separate counselling website in due course, is the official language I'm using. There's no rush. I've got a presence online. I think sometimes when you, especially me, being a man of detail, you want everything in place at the right time. You want all areas covered. And there's some things that are just not a priority. And this is the one thing I'm having to do with the amount of things on my list. I really need to drill down and say, what is a priority right now? And having a website, my own website, is not a priority right now. You may have a difference of opinion. That's absolutely fine. I've got a presence online. I've got a presence on the ACCPH website. I've got a presence on the Gap Counselling website. I spoke about that last week. And obviously, building a website takes time, takes investment. And right now, I don't feel that will be the best use of my time. So it will happen at some point, but just not yet. On the same day, things took an unexpected turn where I actually ended up spending a bit of time with a friend who's been going through some challenging situations. And prior to that, I actually caught up with another friend who's also going through some challenging situations, different life journeys they're on at the moment. And it just made me think, do my friends see me differently now that I've taken this path of becoming a counsellor? I've got a friend who often will say when we're talking, I can share this with you, or he'll say something and say, because you're a counsellor, or because you're a counsellor. I kind of push back and say, no, it's because I'm your friend. We had these conversations before I chose to become a counsellor. Then I've actually had one of my friends ask me, hasn't asked me outright, but I think he's alluded to it, would I actually counsel him? And at the moment, again, it's no. And the reason these are my friends. I've always spent time with these particular friends, being a listening ear to them. And for me, that doesn't change now that I'm a counsellor. There might be one or two soft skills that I've learned from counselling that I might apply, but when I speak to my friends, I'm not counselling them. So I don't feel it's right. I don't feel I don't feel it's appropriate for me to counsel my friends, whether it's in an official setting or outside of that. So, but it's just interesting because I have that view, but I don't know how my friends view me. Obviously, there has been an impact to this path I've chosen to take because of the things they're saying and the things that they're asking. But you guys I'm still your friend. I'm not counselling in the nicest sense. I value the friendship. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Towards the end of the week, starting to getting into some heavy-ish reading. That is reading up on the ACCPH Code of Ethics. I attempted to do it on the bus, so I was going into the bus. I had to go to the office for the day job. I thought, let me utilise my time. I'm going to read this on the bus. I'm not driving the bus. I'm just a passenger, so it'll be good use of my time. Didn't quite go to plan. As I was trying to underline stuff, the bus was driving over some not ideal surfaces, so it was interesting the way the highlights went out. Turned out, so I quickly read a few pages and then put it away. But I still managed to read some, and it's something I can overcome in the sense that I can maybe work around it somehow. But yeah, I've made a start on that. Really important. It's just highlighting what I've agreed to, the ethical and moral manner that I should conduct my counselling. So I think it's important that I read that. Back on the quiz the following day, I've moved on from the theory quiz. I went back to one that I started originally, just kind of a general summary of what counselling entails. Got 19 out of 20, 95% A star, I think that could be. And the reason I did that is just because I find the quizzes easy to slot in during my week when I've got a spare moment. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them in the future, but they do work for me at the moment. Also bought some photo frames to display my certificates, not because I'm vain. I plan to have them in the background when I'm counselling clients online. And to the eagle-eyed ones, I hope they just see that I take my role in helping them seriously. So that's just evidence of the steps that I've gone to and the steps I'll hopefully continue to take in this endeavour. I can hear one of my children upstairs. Hopefully I can get this wrapped up before they come down. Before that awkward moment of them opening the door. So I'm recording my podcast. Let's see. That's it actually in terms of counselling activity. I actually want to go back to the beginning of the week as I close this out. The Monday of last week was my birthday. Another thing that I've had a journey with, I do not like my birthday. Not that I don't like having another year of life. I'm truly grateful. It's the attention from it. I've never in my living memory enjoyed the attention, and that still continues to this day. I keep it as low key as possible. I have never posted on social media. It's my birthday. You will not find out when my birthday is on social media. I just want it to go as quickly as possible, low key, carry on with the day. I was working. They wished me a happy birthday at work. And yeah, it's just something I just don't like the spotlight. And you might think that's, can't quite understand that because the things that I do with the public speaking, with the podcast, putting myself out there. But I see that as serving people. Yes, I'm the focal point of attention, but I've got something to output to a bit of a clinical term that isn't it? It's like a science experiment. I trust me, it's not. And yeah, I'm offering something, even if it's sharing some of the harder moments of my life, is there to help you with hopefully overcome what you're going through. Just feel like my birthday is all input as such, is all focused on me, and I just don't like it. I just prefer to just get on with things quietly. But one benefit to this birthday, this particular day, I got to see my son, one of my sons, in drama performance. He's been going to the drama class every week, and yeah, it's just a joy to be able to watch him instead of just dropping him off every week. But one of the things that you might find quite funny is while we wait for the performance to start, my son, he was telling me he was nervous before, and he had a little anxiety. So I thought he'd just wait there quietly and just wait for everyone to start. Decided to announce to everyone, 30-odd people, that it was his dad's birthday today, which resulted in 30 mostly strangers singing happy birthday to me. You can imagine my feelings towards that, given what I've just shared earlier. Oh dear. Children, It's just newly unexpected. One of the joys. You know what? I'm actually really glad that he felt he had the confidence to speak boldly, albeit on something I would rather he didn't speak on. But yeah, just it shows that the drama classes are working. That's one of the main reasons I took him there. I want him to learn to be able to express himself, even if playing a different character. I spoke to a couple of people over the years and have talked about the importance that drama has played in their lives, and with my challenges with shyness and things that I think it may have been something that helped me out, push me out. So I'm keen for my kids to do it where they can. With that, I hope you've enjoyed this week's podcast. Thank you for your support. Hope this helps serve you. It's definitely helping me. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a real privilege to be able to do this. Thank you for listening. Catch up with you guys next week. Take care. Thank you, God. Amen.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Please subscribe, share, and leave a review via my website, shymanspeaks.com. Have a good week.